This is Willie May with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
Yo, what's up everyone? This is your boy Willie May with Yep, That's Scary. I want to let you know that right here, we will be premiering hot news in a minute every Thursday night. Yo, if you want to know the industry news, you want to know that juicy tea, the 411, then stay right here. Coming soon, hot news in a minute.
What does these Halloween horror and haunted house influencers have in common?
You are watching Yep, That's Scary.
You're watching Yep, That's Scary.
You're watching Yep, That's Scary.
'Tis the season to be scary. So stay scary with us and stalk us now and join your new horror family.
This is Willie Mae with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
Yo, what's up everyone? This is your boy Willie Mae with Yep, That's Scary. I want to let you know that right here we will be premiering hot news in a minute every Thursday night. Yo, if you want to know the industry news, you want to know that juicy tea, the 411, then stay right here. Coming soon, hot news in a minute.
What does these Halloween horror and haunted house influencers have in common?
You are watching Yep, That's Scary.
You're watching Yep, That's Scary!
You're watching Yep, That's Scary.
'Tis the season to be scary. So stay scary with us and stalk us now and join your new horror family.
This is Willie May with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
Yo, what's up everyone? This is your boy Willie May with Yep, That's Scary. I want to let you know that right here we will be premiering hot news in a minute every Thursday night. Yo, if you want to know the industry news, you want to know that juicy tea, the 411, then stay right here. Coming soon, hot news in a minute.
What is going on, everyone? It must be Thursday because I am here and you are here, and it's almost Friday, and we have a huge show tonight. We have Ken from Waverly Hills Sanatorium, which I think a lot of you have been to on our last haunt tour. We have Tyler West of Scurry Face, which you should know what Scurry Face is by now, but if you don't, we're going to hook you up tonight with everything you need to know about that. And of course, we have Tayin. There she is. You're muted.
Hello.
What is going on with you, girl?
Not much. Getting ready for another convention.
Where are you headed?
Spookalla, which is like 30 minutes down the road from my house, so I get to stay where I live.
I was just gonna say you're gonna walk there. Like that's
basically.
where were you at? You were somewhere this past weekend, weren't you?
I was at Charlie's sci-fi and horror convention.
How did that go?
It was good. It was good. I finally got to see the slingshot, so that was exciting.
Oh yeah, Molly Zombie was down there. That's
Yeah,
right.
so we got to hang out and talk, and I got to sit in the slingshot and take some pictures. And this weekend, Molly is going to meet Smelly, so that's exciting.
So wait, this is the big question.
Mhm.
You got pictures with the slingshot, but did you get your ride?
No, because we're waiting for my birthday.
Well, I mean, you don't have to wait. I mean, it's not,
Yes.
it'll work on other days other than your birthday. I promise you.
Well, you tell Molly there then.
Molly's listening. Molly,
Yeah.
get this girl a ride. Is she going? Is Molly going to
Spookalla?
Spooktown?
Mhm. Yeah, we
Well,
have a seat for Molly at our booth.
well, there you go. Hook it up.
I know it. I know it.
So other than that, what else you got going on? You got any new props? I know you talked about you had a new one last week.
Yeah, we're still working on that one. We're discussing some new ones, but it's all under like we're all discussing it. We're trying to decide if we want to like do it, release it this year or release it for next year.
Well, what are you waiting for? Release it this year. It's 2023.
Listen, we told mom that, but she said that everybody's done releasing new items for the year, so we have to wait for 2024.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Just
See?
let her rip. They'll buy it. I promise they'll buy it.
Oh,
All right, are
man.
you ready to get this kicked off tonight?
I am. I am ready.
All right, for you guys that didn't go on the haunt tour, we got to go to Waverly Hills, which is a great place, and this was the man that orchestrated this whole thing for us. So I'm going to bring on Ken from Waverly Hills.
Hey guys,
Hey.
What's going on, buddy?
how are you, Steve?
Good to see you again.
How are you both? I don't think I've met you. Is it Tayan?
Yeah, you got it right.
Hi, Tayan. Now, Tayan, didn't you guys have a booth at Fear Expo this year?
We did. And I think I came by and talked to you all like we were interviewing people.
Yeah, that you did. You had that really cool booth with everything that made noise, right?
Yeah, we're the noisy people.
Project Backfire.
That's right. Yeah, that was a cool booth. I really liked that. You guys
Thank
stood
you.
out. A lot of
Thank
the
you.
a lot of the noise attracted my attention.
Definitely.
So, all right, let's get down to business, guys, because you know where I'm at right now? I am in a drive-in getting ready in the next 30 minutes for a movie.
What movie is he in?
Okay, don't judge me.
Never.
I'm going to see Fast X with Vin Diesel.
All right, I'm gonna judge you a little bit. That's
Judge me a little bit, just a little bit.
no, you're gonna have to let us know how it is.
You know, I like these after a long day. Sometimes I love the drive-in. First of all, and the one that I normally go to has an old 50s Chevy in the front, neon lights. It's amazing, and it's right across the way in Indiana. And I've done a lot of work with them through the years. We would have some of our special events up there. I used to bring celebrities up there. I brought everybody from the Fonz to Linda Blair, the Exorcist, to Michael Madsen. So I, took Heather Langenkamp from Nightmare on Elm Street up there. A lot of these, really cool celebs. But yeah, I'm here at this drive-in, looking forward to this because I've had a long day. It's the start of the summer season, so I was like, all right. And I talked to Doug. So when I was talking to Doug, and I said, Doug, I don't want to talk about the same thing that everyone talks about. People next year are coming to Fear Expo for a new reason that Doug and you guys are building into this show. And I told Doug I love that because you know what, guys? Every haunt owner who puts on a new haunt or somebody who's a big haunt owner, most of these haunt owners want to figure out how they can make more money, have a more successful haunt, and have an easier haunt on them. I mean, you can love anything to death, but if you have to work in it all the time, you're stressing and you're not enjoying the process, then what are you doing it for?
Right. Well, let's talk about that. So
Okay.
It's not just Waverly Hills Sanatorium, it's the haunted attraction that's there, and you are a huge part of that. Not only that, because you've been in this business for a very long time. I mean, you've had many hats.
I'm going to give you this example. I've been on the board for a couple of years, and we did the haunt last year. The year before that, they didn't have the haunt. My management company with my partner, Rich, we both put the haunt on our management company put it on last year, but he and I both have been in haunts for years. I've been doing haunts since the 80s. Yes, I'm old. But one of my favorite haunts, Waverly's a unique haunt. What applies to Waverly doesn't apply to other places, except places like Waverly. So for the home haunt, not for the home haunt, but for the put together haunt, so to speak, it's a whole different animal. It requires a whole different type of setup. And when I put on a haunt at the drive-in I was telling you about in Indiana, I put on for several years a haunt called the Drive-In of Terror. I still own that, called driveinofterror.com. And I started that back in 2011. And it was unique. And one of the things I found through talking to a lot of business owners in the haunt world, they're frustrated. Okay. When they go to different haunt, what they call trade shows, and these trade shows are great. We all love them. We love to purchase those products, but they're not geared for the hardcore people that want to level up, truly want to level up. And what I have to say that Fear Expo and HauntCon are trying to do, I think is pretty cool. And that's no offense to anybody else who's putting on trade shows in this industry, but people need to be taught, how do you separate your haunt from somebody else's haunt? How do you level up and make that $1 million haunt? How do you make that $2 million haunt? If that's possible, let's say. If you're not a tourist attraction like Universal Studios has, haunted nights, theirs, or Disney, or Not Scary Farm, the big, massive tourism haunts that have unfair advantages to the regular non-tourist attraction haunt owner. Waverly's a wonderful place. Everybody should come visit. The founders that made it as it currently is, bought it 24 years ago. They've really worked their butts off on it. They've had their struggles. They've gone up and down, and it's hard work. And when the paranormal industries took off, these type of buildings have an unfair advantage. So you can't even bring them into the mix. You can't. Like, I was talking to Doug, one of the co-owners of Fear Expo. I said, Doug, you got to go to a new place next year. Don't go to the same places all the time. And if you're going to include that, he says, oh, we're going to go to the Bell Witch Cave and we're going to do this in Tennessee. I said, that's great. But you have to look at, if I'm a business owner, like Tay and her business, and her mom has the business and everybody has that business. I'm not sure who the owners are, but let's say they want to know how to profit more, serve their customer better, work smarter and not harder, and have the right kind of clients, because that's part of the game. If everybody could remember this one phrase I was taught 30 years ago, you want to work on your business, not in your business. If you're working in your business, then you're basically an employee, and you'll never grow to that next level. When you work on your business, you're thinking about outside your business, how to have other people work in your business while you're working on it with marketing, selling, customer service, product acquisition, etc., etc. Sounds easy. Most people fail at it. I failed at it in the beginning of my career. And I just helped, like with Waverly, our management team developed and increased their gift shop by huge margins, over $30,000 a month. Okay. And that's pretty much doubling what they were doing. It's 100% using techniques. And we haven't even given and developed all the techniques. And because I work there, I'm working there for free because it's a not-for-profit. And when you're on the board, you don't get paid. So what I actually do is I help other people in consulting in small businesses and corporations to improve everything from why is customer service down? Why is employee morale down? Why are we not growing? Why are you stressed out? Why are your profits down? Why are they not getting it? The haunt industry, you guys, Steve, I think you and I had a talk. I didn't say exactly this, but I can say this is what it sort of relates to. Are you guys hockey? Anybody here a hockey fan?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if you've seen hockey, the idea in hockey is when the guy, whatever position they're playing, is working with the puck and they're looking down at the puck and they're skating with the puck. The idea is not to be in with the puck at that moment. It's to anticipate where the puck will be next. Same with our field of haunts. Same with our field of any business. There has to be an anticipation of where it's going. Now, with AI involved, with everything in the next 5 years, you better be thinking about 5 years in the future. Because if you don't think about 5 years in the future, you're going to be left behind, because unless you're a small, tiny haunt that's really not going to grow in a small town and you don't adapt technologically, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, with all that being said, how does specifically, if you can, how does an owner or a GM or somebody like maybe in a creative position inside of a haunted attraction,
Uh-huh.
how do they put their haunt into the next level?
First thing is, I tell everybody, write it down. What do you want? Where you want to go? People look at me when I'm consulting and say, what do you mean? I'll look at them and say, what do you really want? And if it's a small business owner, well, I want my company to thrive. I said, that's not specific enough. What do you want and what don't you want to get what you want? Meaning, make 2 columns on a piece of paper. I have a haunt. It's 30,000 square feet. I want to go to 50. Why are you want to go to 50? Well, I want to grow money, but that you don't have to grow to make more money to get bigger. Sometimes it's check your prices. Sometimes it's check, what are you selling to your people? Do you have a gift shop? Have you learned to upsell to VIP status? Have you done these things? These are simple techniques, but no one gets down to the nitty gritty when they're teaching and look at people and say, do these things first. Start here. What do you want? And then what don't you want? Now, here's the example. What don't you want? Tayan, if you're in your company with your mom and you guys have a meeting and you guys are talking about, okay, here's what we want this year. Here's what we want our quarterly gross to be. Now, to reach those numbers, you got to ask yourself, okay, well, we're going to do this, this, and this. But what don't you want to put up with from your schedule for your employees to your product costs or everything to achieve that goal? If people don't ask for that, they're going to end up saying, well, they're going to make an extra 50,000, but they're going to get a lot of crap that goes along with it that they never anticipated because they never stopped to think about it. They never stopped to write it down and say, I don't want this to get this. You know, somebody could say, I want to be rich, but maybe with that richness comes 150 hours a week, a heart attack, a divorce. Does that make any sense, guys? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't specifically define where you are going, you're going to hit nothing and it's going to hurt you. Okay. So what I start off with people is, you're a haunt. Where do you want to go? Meaning how much money do you want to make starting out? How many hours a week do you want to work? How many employees do you want to have? What size haunt do you want to have? Even people that are doing it today are just going with the flow and they never change. They don't grow. They think they don't have to. And their haunt stays the same. You want to go after people that want to go to that next level. And to go to the bigger levels from where they're at takes nuanced business planning. Nuances make the difference. Those tiny 1%. And those things really, really, really matter. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta plug you in here because we're starting to. I plugged in all day long, and all of a sudden my phone goes down. It's crazy. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So that's the first place, Stephen Taylor. That's where I start. Where do you want to go? And when I consult with people and they don't tell me where they want to go, I don't work with them.
Nope, we lost you.
Oh,
We lost
hold on. Let me do this. Hold on.
Try to do an interview at a movie drive-in. This
Yeah.
is
I know. Isn't that crazy?
difficult.
Actually, what happened was when I turned my car on to power you guys up, my Bluetooth was on and I went straight to the car. So I don't work with people. So that's the first thing. And when I do a consult with somebody and I look at their haunt or their numbers or whatever they're doing, and I say, okay, you are upside down. You're management heavy. You don't have enough employees. You don't have a manager running it. They don't understand sales techniques. Your advertising is horrible. You haven't caught up to any kind of advertising you need to. You haven't direct marketed to anybody. You don't collect emails. You don't collect addresses. You don't do this. 90% of the people don't do that. Easily. That could increase someone's business by 30%. That's a lot of money for somebody that's trying to make a living. So start there. That's the first one. Understand who you're selling to. What is your unique position in the market you're in? What makes you different than the haunts? That's your second thing. Third thing, Have you systemized your haunt? I look at some of these people that walk around in these haunts in these small towns, and their haunts are doing $80,000, $100,000. They could do $250,000 if they really worked at it. Now, $250,000 in a small town is a hell of a lot of money for a haunt owner. You get these people that are making $350,000 to $400,000, they can go to $800,000. That's why they need to come to Fear Expo, is to pay and learn. I made the most money when I went to events and seminars from people who were way wealthier than I was. They taught me things. It cost me $2,000, $2,500 per seminar to go to. Then I walked out of there with courses and books. Did it change my life? Yes, it did. Did I put what they taught me into action and made it work? Yeah. And some of the times I kicked myself for not doing it earlier, because I wouldn't have been successful if I wouldn't have done some of that. And some of the people, they don't understand that you have to start with where you want to go, what you're willing to do, and then go for it. And it requires, get outside your field, see what other people are doing in other fields. That's why you want to come to a Fear Expo. You want to level up at Fear Expo? Don't just pay that small price. Go in there, pay that whatever the highest price is for a ticket next year. Pay that big VIP price. Get in and network. Because remember this statement: your network defines your net worth. Period. I just called up somebody that I've known for years. We're going to get back together with lunch. I haven't talked to him in about 10 years. I've known him for 25 years, 30 years almost. And this man used to own 42 Hooters. Then he started owning bread companies, construction companies, apartment buildings. He's 81 years old, still goes to the office half the time. Are you guys familiar with ketogenic dieting and stuff like that? Okay.
I've heard of it.
Not at all.
Okay. There's a product out there called Prove It. Keto Prove It, Pruvit. Have you heard of it?
I don't think I've heard of that one. No.
Okay. His son is the co-founder of that. It's the largest multi-level marketing company. It's based out of Louisville, Kentucky. Now, these people leveled up. And haunt owners like Doug had leveled up. Doug went to a certain level. Doug and his crew are trying to help people. You, Steve, like we had talked to Steve before. How do you do that? You come to a place like this, get with people like this, sit down in the room, let them go through it. No BS. You put them in hot seats. You put people in a hot seat. You go through their entire situation and you pick it apart piece by piece. And then when they leave, they will have so many structures and systems and ideas that they'll make a ton of money, that they'll pay 10 times the amount that they paid to go to this event. But you got to have those kind of things. Is everybody going to pay that amount? No, because not everybody's ready to go to that next level, right? Not everybody's going to level up. That's why there's a stair steps, as I call it, to marketing and business. Somebody's on the first step. There's 10 steps to get to the top of the second platform. You're on the first platform. Maybe you're only at the baby step right after the first platform. Second step, maybe you're on the third or fourth, but somebody's ahead of you. So come to Fear Expo, learn from people who've done it before you. And when you network like that, really network, go into the no BS sessions that I think they're talking about having. I don't know if they're going to have them or not, but I spoke to Doug about it. Put these people in there, change their business life. That way, when they come in there and they're able to buy products from Tanyan and other people, they're going to know how to use those products to make their life better. Because isn't that what's about, guys? You do the haunt. You're in this industry, Steve, because you love it, like me. Don't tell people, but I do it for free because I love it, right? And I've done it for free, working for this not-for-profit, because I really wanted to help them to excel and achieve. But this is the Western culture. So you got to pay your bills. You got to, pay for your house, your food, your kids' insurance, whatever you got, you got to pay for. So we all want to have more. but we want to enjoy the process. That's what Fear Expo, I believe, next year is going to do for people by coming to Owensboro to really learn. That's why this new direction, I think, is a brilliant idea. So it's a conference that's got the buying possibility with it versus a convention. I put conventions on to this day. It's a whole different animal. I love conferences because you can get in close with people who will value your time, and you teach them how to win. You teach them how to get where they want to go.
Well, where do you see this industry going, say, within the next 5 years between, you know, AI coming up? You know, everybody's got axe throwing now. They're putting bars and haunted attractions, escape rooms. I mean, the whole bit. It used to be just going, here's our haunted attraction. Now it's a whole showcase of things. Where do
Some
you see
people,
this going in 5 years?
I think a good portion of the places are going to have to go bigger, meaning add more of that to attract attention because it's still about the experience. They're going to have to add a lot of AI. They're going to have to computerize a lot. There's going to be a downturn in positive the use of all employees if people can get inexpensive animatronics. So let's say you normally have 80 employees, you may come down to 40. Now that's not going to be that way all the time, but AI is going to crush some jobs. Not permanently, but still it's going to happen. I think the industry has to adapt and understand it is about the experience. And I think that's important. Okay. So I think Fear Expo is on the cusp of that. I think you, Steve, are on that. I think Taya in her family's business can definitely be on that cusp of what do I do? Where do I go next? I've seen cycles of business. I'm 55. I've lived through quite a few. So I now see what I'm not afraid of that other people may not see. And you know what? If I give someone advice, they don't take it and it happens, not on me. If they ask me what would I do, I'll say, well, what would I do and what you do may be different. But what I would do if it is to survive is to adapt very quickly. Think about being ahead of the game. Expand your place even more so. Because axe throwing is going to go to the wayside. You all know that. Even escape rooms are going to lose it a little bit. You know that. So what's the next big thing? Outside of our industries, what the next big thing is. So I go and I investigate what theme parks are doing. I see a lot more VR in the future with AI. So where does that lead? Well, less actors for sure for the short period of time, not on every haunt, because some of the smaller haunts can't afford it. But if you want to level up and you're up here, then you're going to do things like that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're exactly right, especially with like augmented realities, VR, like you were saying.
Yes.
And even now with this, I don't want to say actor shortage because there's plenty of actors out there. It's just we can't get any of them to come work
You
work a
can't get
full night.
you can't get any of them to work on a full night. I hate to say it, but they're unreliable. They just aren't. Look who
Yeah.
you're dealing with. These are people that aren't necessarily people that have that desire to just be. This is not all of them. I have a lot of good actors. There's a lot of good actors in the world, but we all know there's a shortage. So I'm looking at ways like I've got another business that I've got that has employee shortage issues. Absolutely. It happens in every industry. So I think this is something that you guys should do more work on in the podcast in the future. Talk about how to deal with the employee shortage. What's going to happen? What about, virtual reality, augmented reality? What about AI? How is this going to change? So honestly, this is something that we should talk about. We need to get some other people on here, Steve, and tell you, let's do some more of this communication because right now there's so much happening that we could go on and on and on. But first thing I tell people is start with what I said in the beginning of the podcast. Those things matter first because nothing else matters. If you don't know where you're aiming, how the hell are you going to hit your target?
Well, we're running short on time because I know your movie's about to start, but we do have a question on the board, Tam.
Yes.
Yes.
Willie said, how can you be an agent of change and know when to start adapting?
You got to be both. I do both. Because if you don't understand balance, remember, the only thing constant in the universe is change. And adaptability is essential with things moving faster and faster. So you have to be both. You have to be an agent of change with a foundation of stability, knowing when you just have to keep doing what you're doing, then take the risk to change. It's a big risk, guys, but you got to take it.
Well, Ken, we're going to let you go and let you enjoy your movie.
Thanks, guys. I'll let you know how it is, and let's do this again real soon. I'd love to come back on and have a much longer talk about a lot of other things in this business world. We could talk for an hour and a half and really solve some problems. We could take a lot of questions and give some great feedback and good answers, okay?
Absolutely. We'll set something up for sure.
Sounds great, guys. Listen, have a great night to you guys and everybody listening. Keep on trucking, guys. All right, hang in there.
All right, let us know how the movie is when it's over.
I will. I'll let y'all know.
All right, take care, Ken.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, fantastic. We have a couple of things before we move on to our, I guess, before our next guest. We'll just say it like that.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things here. First off, let me bring up my thing here. If you are a part of a haunted attraction, which I'm pretty sure all of you are, if you head on over to the new Fear Expo Live podcast Facebook page and you tag your haunt, we will pick at the end of the show, if you can see right above Tan's head there.
Wait, there.
Yep, there. We will tag it and we will showcase it as the haunt of the week. We'll bring up the pictures, we'll talk about it, so on and so forth. We'll give your guys' attractions a plug every week. Head on over to the Facebook, to the Fear Expo Live podcast Facebook page and submit your haunt so we could showcase it. Also, courtesy of Dark Creations Night, or tonight, they're sponsoring the show. They are giving away a sledgehammer. I don't know if we have a picture of it or not, but they are giving away an actual prop this time. We don't have just t-shirts and tickets. We have an actual cool prop. So if you need a sledgehammer from Dark Creations, but Dark Creations makes amazing props. So I don't know, hashtag Dark Creations, I guess.
Yeah, that works.
Let's make it
or
simple.
Hashtag sledgehammer.
Let's do hashtag Dark Creations. And that'll automatically enter you in to win the sledgehammer for your haunt. Maybe you just want to keep it for yourself and not tell your haunt, and you could just hang it on your wall at your house or whatever. I mean, I got my buddy here, one of my Halloween shirt company hat, hanging out. So, whatever. You got stuff in your background too.
You do. Not as much fun stuff as yours, though.
You get to my age, you'll have a collection like that as well. If not,
my room looks like Halloween puked on it, but in here it's just so dim.
I have so much stuff in my attic, just haunt like creepy stuff, and I almost don't want to pull it out because there's so much of it. Like I would have to take this and that, and it would just be a whole
in there.
It'd be a problem. This is when I was setting up the studio, I was like, this is just kind of the stuff that I had out. And I was like, yeah, this is what we're using.
That works.
Let's see here. Is that our sledgehammer?
I think so.
So there you go. Foam sledgehammers. Hashtag Dark Creations enters you into win. If you win, you get a hold of Dark Creations, let them know you won, and they will ship one out right to you, right to your door. So, what everybody's been waiting for, because nobody cares about us rambling on, we're going to turn it over to Yep, That's Scary for haunt news in a minute.
Hello, ghouls and girls. This is Haunt News in a Minute powered by Yup, That's Scary.
Yo, what's up, my nocturnal night owls? This is your boy, Willie May, with Yup, That's Scary, here to give you the 401 on Haunt News in a Minute. Lego. Southern California is winning when it comes to Halloween, horror, and haunted house events.
Another one.
Yes, DJ
Another
Khaled.
one.
Another one.
Another one.
Yep.
Another
one. Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
And another one.
Another one. Yes, another one. Monsterpalooza was a huge success. Midsummer Screams presentation announcements. Sunday, July 30th, get a look behind the screams of Universal Studios Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights. When creative director, executive producer John Murdy returns to Midsummer Screams. Learn about the creative process to bring your darkness nightmares to life. Midsummer Screams is happening July 28th through the 30th at Long Beach Convention Center. Get your tickets today. Breaking news at Not Scary Farm. They heard your cries and now they're ready to hear your screams. Move over, Hollow Scream. Not Scary Farm season passes is officially here. Current 2023 season pass holders will have the opportunity to purchase the Scary Farm season pass add-on for $149 plus tax and fees. Starting now, non-season pass holders will have the opportunity to purchase standalone Scary Farm season passes for $159 plus taxes and fees beginning June 9th at 10 a.m. There are a limited of passes, so grab your passes now before they disappear in the fog. Haunted houses go retro. Haunts are going old school for new school. 3 Halloween events across America are teaming up to create a new genre of Halloween attractions that focus on tech, scares, and aesthetics of the past, birthing what they call a retro haunt. This will be the first of its kind cross promotions, and the goal is to spread the word. 2023 is the rise of the retro haunts. Participating haunted attractions are Dark Knight Halloween World, located in Long Island, New York. Halloween Hollow, located in Silver Point, Tennessee. The Haunted Harvest in Chino Hills, California. The trio Powerhouse Haunted producers will be creating screams in style. I know because I've seen their work and it's pretty good. Oh my gosh, can you imagine like an 80s Run DMC haunt with like an old trap house with booby traps all over the place and these like scenes that people can't get out of? It's like an escape game and a haunted attraction mixed with Tricky with Run DMC. Hey!
This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's right. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time.
Broke this on our Scary Actors audition group page. ABC and the creators of Great Christmas Light Fights are now taking on Halloween. They've been taking on Halloween. They just bring it back Halloween. Whatever. Is your haunted display or walkthrough worth $50,000? Now casting home haunts. Home haunts.
Another one.
Home haunts.
Another one.
Home
Another
haunts. For more information, go to frightfightcasting.castingcrane.com. Have a haunt and about to hire? Are you a scare actor that needs a job? Post those job postings or get a job and get hired today. Go to facebook.com/groups/scare actors auditions. I am Willie Mae and this is Yup, That's Scary's Haunt News in a Minute. See y'all next week. Hey.
Like what you have just heard. Stalk us now on all our social media channels.
I don't know.
I love watching his video. He is so entertaining.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
He takes the energy right out of you.
There's a lot of good information in that, though. I mean, there's really cool retro haunts. That's cool. I think like it'd be really cool if haunts did like an '80s night. I know you don't know the '80s, but like
really
for some of us that were there, you know.
I don't have to be there. I know a lot of
saying,
80s info.
Some of the best horror movies, like the Killer Microwave movie. From the
Lost
80s.
Boys is my favorite movie. I've met like almost the entire cast.
We're talking about two different things here.
Yeah, but still, that's an 80s movie. That's like so
I gotta
good.
send you the really bad ones, like the Killer Microwave ones, and it's so good. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thank you to Yep That's Scary for our haunt news. You can check those guys out every Sunday. They're dropping new episodes. Okay, and you know what? We're not even. I don't even think we're done with Willie either for tonight. Ugh, I'm already wore out. Anyways, we're gonna bring on our next guest. For those of you who don't know about Scurry Face, you're about to find out, and you should know because it's everywhere. So here he is, a Tyler West, CEO of Scurry Face.
Hello, hello. Thank you for bringing me on tonight. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for coming on. Really excited.
Man, it feels like we just saw each other just yesterday, almost. From from like the time at Fear Expo to now, it's like it just flew by for some reason.
Yeah, it really, really did. And you know, it's funny you say that because it's like that's kind of how the haunt industry is, right?
Right.
You kind of like now, you know, here you are, June, MHC's kicking off. You know, MHC's kind of like the last hurrah before it's time to get really serious. But people are like taking on some really big builds that if they haven't started already, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, vendors are just producing and producing and producing to get things out there in time for haunt season, and then all of a sudden we wake up tomorrow and it's haunt season.
Yeah.
And then haunt season's over like that. And
Yeah,
then you're in the trade show season, and it happens so quick.
It does, and before you know it, it's here. And then, like you said, a blink of an eye, it's done. And like when I start the tour off and going to visit haunts in September, I mean, you look up and here it is. You got 1 weekend left, and like you said, then you go right into the trade show season, and you got haunts preparing for their off-season events for the Christmas stuff, and then or the February MBV events, and then it's. But which is a good thing because I like the fact that it keeps the more stuff that are available throughout the whole year, it does make it go by a lot faster to get you back to haunt season.
Right, the ball just keeps moving.
It does. It seems like it does. It seems like the ball is always rolling now, and that's probably probably the best thing about it. So it's constantly always something to do somewhere in the industry.
Now, for the people who don't know, now there's a lot of people on here that do know, but for the people who don't know, give us a rundown of Scurry Face.
Scurry Face. Well, Scurry Face has a lot of different branches to it. I started haunt season in 99, and I worked all the way up to about 2011. And so I decided, my last year was 2011, and I realized that I was kind of tied to one haunt, and I knew there was this great big industry out there, and I knew there was other haunts that I didn't know a lot about, and all I knew was the haunt I was at. And so I decided, I'm going to travel around central Alabama, and just visit haunts, and just kind of at that time put it out on social media of what I thought about them. And I had no idea what was going to turn into down the line. I think maybe the first season, I think I had maybe 5 followers, which included my wife and my parents and my family, and that's about it. And they were like, "You're doing a great job, son," or whatever. But it's just one of those that I wanted to keep doing. I enjoyed it. And then I started meeting people at the different haunts, started seeing new things, and it just kind of opened my eyes and opened a whole new world. It really did. And then once I started talking to like certain haunt owners and getting to know them, and they started inviting me back. And then the second season, and then it's when it started picking up more and more and more. And then next thing you know, it got to a point where the page grew, and I had it was cliche. It was a Alabama haunt reviews is what it was. And I was like, I couldn't come up with a better name. It was very cliche. And so it started off as a review thing, started off as a hobby. And then it just got to a point where it started growing and growing. The next thing you know, people, haunts in Georgia, Tennessee, Florida were reaching out to the inbox saying, "Hey, we'd like you to come down here. We want you to come here." And then the page started growing and growing and growing. And then finally I was like, I think my wife was just like, "You need to get a website." And so that's when I launched a website in 2015. And once I put it out there and started, it just kind of spread like a wildfire, especially in Alabama and throughout the Southeast. And it just happened in a blink of an eye. It was really, really kind of overwhelming at first, because I just did not expect it to happen. And so throughout the years, we did the haunt reviews, put it out there. We did the scores and whatnot. Because at the time we started, there was not a lot of haunt reviewers or sites or anything out there that were doing what we were doing. There wasn't many, and like now, they're everywhere. You can throw a rock and hit 20 haunt review things at any given point at any haunt. And so that's what I think we kind of struck at the right time when we did it, when I was doing what I was doing. And, so from there, it just kind of molded into growing and networking and meeting meeting haunts, people within the haunts, production crews, everything. I wanted to meet everybody. I didn't want to just meet certain people. I wanted to meet everybody and talk to them. And so it just, it grew and grew. And so here we are in 2023. And it's at the point now where the website has done so well, like with traffic wise, we adapted and molded everything into a more of a promotional entertainment platform and organization. Because I feel like, the spot where we're at now, I feel promoting the events, promoting the haunts, promoting the haunters is key and very important versus reviewing them and scoring them. And I want to that's what I want to utilize our foundation for, our audience, our traffic, to promote what we do and our experiences versus rating them and scoring them or critiquing them, So that's in a nutshell, that's that side of it where we do that. And then the other side is the promotion side. We're always kind of sitting on something. It's like, why don't you utilize your website to do this? Because it's traffic. And so we started promoting haunts on the website. And then next thing you know, bookings, wanted to come in. It's like, hey, we want to book at the haunt. We want to come out here and promote. And then I've always loved video editing. I love doing all that stuff. And, I do it all the time for like family stuff or friends and whatnot. And so I was like, well, I can do this for haunts or do this for what we do. And then that's kind of turned into the promotion side of, we go to haunts, we promote, we release the articles, and we release, like, give them commercials or videos, what they want. And we put it on the website for all the people that visit to see. And it, and it's worked out really, really well. And here's the beautiful thing is I still have fun doing it. Like it's kind of turned into a business, but that's not the point. I'm still having fun doing this, and the fun has not ran out. The passion's still there. I love doing it. I love going to everywhere I go and love meeting people. Like Fear Expo, man, I had probably the best time at Fear Expo because I got to meet so many new people at that event. And, that's pretty much what Scurry Face is on that side. And then you have the rep side. So you have a bunch of haunters that we call Scurry Face reps, SF reps. And, me being in the industry when I started, I'm a firm believer that, haunters are very, very important part of haunted houses. And so you got to find the right people, to bring your house, to bring it alive. You got to, it's a heartbeat. And so, when you find the right people, the right crew that are, feel that are in it for the right reasons, that are dedicated to the haunt that that they call home, that's what you need to stick with and take care of. And so we started bringing in haunt reps that we felt that met that kind of criteria, that mindset, that are in it for the right reasons, that love their home haunt, that love to help other haunters, that, will go beyond, anything to help and do whatever to make their haunt or others around them better. And that's kind of what Scurry Face, being a Scurry Face rep, is all about. And so we started bringing those people in and uniting those people. And then next thing you know, here we are with over 240 something reps worldwide. That's a part of Scurry Face organization.
Well, that's something that's really, really cool that you guys do is, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of these actors that contribute a lot to their attraction and just in their art themselves, right? And just, putting in the effort into their character, and they're kind of looked over, and it's easy. I know when, I was a travel actor and I was the guy and I was riding the top of the mountain and stuff like that. Everybody was like, oh yeah, you do this, you do. And I was like, yeah, but there's this dude at this little podunk farm haunt that is badass. And like, he's doing this and he's doing that, and not a lot of people were doing that. And then, you come along and you're giving everybody essentially a platform, a voice to where they can be seen and shared. And
Right.
now you get Hunters Against Hate is doing it as well, where they're getting their book out there and stuff like that. And I think it's really great. And I kind of want to talk about the reps. You said 240 reps internationally.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Actually, oh man, I'm gonna try to do this off the top of my. I think it's right at 248 to be exact, worldwide reps. A part of Scurry Face.
So when you say worldwide, what are we talking about here?
Well, we have about 8 in Italy, Verona, Italy. They all work at a haunt called Phobos Escape. They have a great crew out there. So we have about 8 there that we talk with, communicate with. We are partnered with a haunt out of Tokyo, Japan called Obakan. So we got to, and that's a whole different level of haunting. I'll just go ahead and tell you, like talking to them, it's a whole different level what they do out there, and it's something special, and it's something pretty amazing. So we have the entire crew out of Bakken. We have a Scottish rep out in Scotland, that which haunting is illegal out there. So she has to come here to even experience what we all get to do. So now she comes out here twice a year, about 6 months a year, and just to experience what Scurry Face does, the haunt industry, and everything. And so it's like I say, we're definitely international. We are growing. We have connections also out in New Zealand that we're working on, and other places out in Germany as well, Holland. So it's we definitely we want to continue growing internationally, but we're pretty happy where we're at and the connections that we have across the pond.
Now, do you have like a Hall of Fame list, or is everybody kind of? I mean, you got to have a Hall of Fame list.
I mean, we a Hall of Fame list. I mean, we have people that do. You talking about like within Scurry Face rep wise?
Yes.
You're gonna put me on the spot on that one, man. Oh my god. No, actually, no. What we like to do, and how I look at it in Scurry Face, is when we bring reps on. I mean, we do have ones that have gained the networking and gained their following since they joined Scurry Face. And but how I kind of view it is, when you come on a Scurry Face, I always tell new reps, you get out what you put into Scurry Face. The more you step up to the plate, the more you do stuff, the more you're going to get promoted. Just like anywhere else you do, the more you step up to the plate for whatever you're working for or whoever you're a part of, you're going to get more out of it the more you put in. And so the ones that do that, are the ones that we're going to push and grow and kind of go with that, for a while. But that being said, just because somebody that can't do certain things doesn't mean we don't promote them. It's just that, we're always there for them. If they need something, we'll help them. We'll, if they's like, hey, I got this thing going on in my hometown, will you help promote that? And so that's kind of how I view Scurry Face, and the internal stuff is, it's like the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it with Scurry Face. But the Hall of Fame, like I said, there's reps that, man, naming names on that one. I don't want to make people mad and I don't want to get phone calls after this. You're going to get me in trouble, man. So we have a lot of amazing, talented people. That's a part of Scurry Face. Absolutely. We have makeup artists, production. Yes. We have owners.
Yes,
we don't just take actors, and it's like I said, we like to, we have makeup artists, we have prop builders, we have production. We try to spread it out that, because I think every small thing that goes into the haunt is just as important role as an actor or anything else. So we're full of a lot of we are very diverse when it comes to the levels and talent and skill level and all that stuff with Scurry Face.
Well, when you get a former travel actor, current podcast host, I'll be the first one to sign up on that one.
We do have those too. So we do. I mean,
nice.
Yeah, I mean, I said we don't just we dabble into everything. I said we're an entertainment platform as well, along with a promotional. So we talk to a lot of cosplayers, like amazingly talented cosplayers too, that are trying to see what the tester. The test out the haunt industry, because they're like, well, I can do this, I can make these costumes, but I never really haunted before. So we're always trying to kind of be that bridge to help them get into it, because the more people in the haunt industry, especially with the right mindset and passion, the better it is for everybody. So
Now, if people out there that are listening that want to be a part of Scary Face, how do they go about that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry again.
For the people out there that are listening that want to be a part of Scary Face, how would they go about that?
Um, how we do that is, it is a process. You know, we like to, a lot of the people that become a part of Scary Face is usually is referred to us by other actors or actresses or hunt owners or managers. They kind of reach out to us and say, "Hey, we have somebody that would be perfect for what y'all are about and what y'all do." And so that's a lot of the cases we do that. So we'll get that, and then we'll talk to whoever it is, and then we're like, okay, and then we'll get the contact and we'll contact them, and then we'll just kind of talk to them, fill them out, and just like have a conversation like you and I, like we're doing right now. And so, it's just, we don't just make the decision at a snap of a finger. It's, we vet it for a little bit because, and, as everybody knows, not everybody in this industry is in this for the correct and right reasons. There's a lot of people, that probably shouldn't be in the industry, that throw on a mask and be like, I'm a hunter, and they cause a bunch of problems. And that's not what we want to do. And that's not what we want to go say to a fear expo or a haunted attraction. We bring the reps to wherever we go. And the last thing we want is somebody that's causing problems to not only give us a bad name, but to give that event or cause trouble there. So we are very careful on who we try to bring on, because we want to make sure that they truly believe in what our goals are and what we believe in, what the industry should be and what we do. So it's a vetting process, but and people interested, they can email us, talk to us, and we, our inbox is open to anybody, even the people that don't like us. Our inbox is open to them. We want to talk to everybody, and we're not, we're never going to shy away from any kind of conversation. And so, yeah, if anybody's interested in joining us, reach out, talk to us. Our Facebook page, reach us through the website. You can even reach to me personally on Facebook as well. I mean, we're always open to talk to anybody that has any interest of joining what we do or being a part of what we do.
So what does Scary Face look like in the future? Because like you said, you started off as a little tiny haunt reviewer to becoming this pretty big powerhouse in the industry. And now you just, it's like a zoo, for the lack of a better word. Like, you have this collection of just like great things that people should see and be a part of and know and read about and get knowledge about. Where does Scary Face go from there?
My goal is what I want to see in the future is I still want to see Scurry Face continue to grow like it's doing now. But I kind of want it to be more, I still want it to stay grounded on that more personal level with haunters and people within haunted houses. Like I want to continue to network with more haunts, get into more haunts, talk to them. And I do want to step up our promotion game. I do want to add, better equipment, better quality stuff. I'm never satisfied with where I'm at now. Honestly, I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. I always want to go to the next level or take the next step or whatever it is. But I do always want to keep Scurry Face grounded, kind of at that ground level, with actors, with makeup artists, with builders, production, everything. And because to me, like I said, that's key right there. It's if you stay on that ground level and you keep that mindset on the ground level, it keeps you humbled. And I think that's some of the most toxic thing ever is growing egos. And you kind of build an ego and you become bigger. You think you're bigger than you truly really are, and you forget your roots. You forget where you came from. And I think that's a dangerous thing to forget. And so I think in the future I want to be more personable with haunts and what we're doing, and versus trying to reach the top of the mountain. And then I don't want I want to get there slowly. Is basically what I'm saying. Is I want to be more personable throughout the industry, one-on-one networking, communications, and everything. Because I think that's something I kind of left and forgot about here in the last probably 2 years, year and a half. Is I tried to want to shoot for the moon and I went for it, and I kind of feel like I missed some steps along that way, and I kind of want to get back to that like we used to be.
You know what? Like, I kind of had an epiphany just now when you're saying all this stuff, because you're talking about your rep out in Scotland and how it's illegal to have haunted attractions in Scotland. And
Right.
maybe you and I could do something here. Maybe. I don't know. We could talk more about it off the air later in the next couple of weeks or whatever. But we got to get her out to Fear Expo. Maybe we could start up a GoFundMe with like the Fear Expo people and get her to come out. We'll get her on the haunt tour. I'll hook her up for the haunt tour, take care of her so she can, enjoy the haunted attraction life.
Yeah.
And I would like to have her on the show too. I think that'd be cool if she came on the show and just kind of talked about what it's like being an enthusiast in a place where you aren't allowed to be an enthusiast.
Right. And I guarantee you she would absolutely love it, and she would love to be on the show. And here's the good news. She is coming to Fair Expo next year. It's already done.
Nice.
So she will be there. So she's really excited about it. This was actually talked about with Doug I was in the lobby of the hotel and last the recent Fear Expo, and we're in the lobby of the hotel having a video conversation with her. So it's already a done deal. So she will be at Fear Expo next year. Yeah,
that's awesome. We'll get her in contact with myself or Doug or Taylor or whoever, and we'll get her on the show within the next couple of weeks. Because I would. That's so interesting to me.
She would do it. She's a firecracker, I'll tell you that. So she, we have a swear jar for her every time she does stuff through Scurry Face, because she's
oh, she could cuss. She could do whatever she wants. It doesn't matter. She can have at it. And I would love to maybe eventually, in the next, I don't know, maybe a couple of months or something, maybe sometime before haunt season, we can get together and wrangle some of your international people together and put them all on one show and like have a, I don't know, like a round table type thing about haunting in other countries and what their experiences are like compared to our experiences. I think that'd
right.
be really
Cool.
And
I would love to do that. Now the one, our partners over in Tokyo, we have to, when I have meetings with him, I have to have a translator during that video call because the owner does not speak English. And so I'm sitting there talking to the translator. He's talking to him, talking to me. We're passing messages back. And, it's always at 3-something in the morning video call when I got to do it. So, but it's
maybe we don't do it with Japan. Maybe,
but I do want to brag about Japan. Man, the stuff that they do, like just the technology wise, what they do, it's amazing. And it truly is. And I'm actually kind of jealous that I can't go over there and see it in person. Like we did a video thing where they kind of showed us a little bit of a walkthrough of what they do and gave us some of their, I guess, showed it off a little bit, teased us with it. And it's simply amazing. They did some incredible stuff out there with haunting.
All right. So where can we find Scurry Face? Where is Scurry Face at all over the internet? And any upcoming shows or anything that you guys are going to be represented at? Where are you guys at? Where can people find you?
The easiest place, scurryface.com. And that has all of the places you can reach us. But like I said, scurryface.com is an important one because like I said, we have this big contest going on called the SAS, Scare After Spectacular. Then you can find us on Facebook. We're pretty active on that. We're releasing reels. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube. Which YouTube, you can find all of our past videos that we release. And like I said, right now it's a little slow, but we're going to start picking the YouTube and paying a lot more attention to the YouTube side. But that's where we'll put all of our videos and what we do during the fall and off season. And also on Twitch. That is where you can find the Scurry Show. We're all gamers. A lot of us are gamers. So we get on Twitch and we game, and we still do shows there and have fun with it. And we use the Twitch gaming side to kind of give a breath of fresh air, a break from the haunt stuff, and just come over and enjoy gaming. We have fun with it. And you see reps over there gaming. And so that's where you'll catch a lot of the action now is over on Twitch.
Awesome. So what is it, just Scurry Face on Twitch?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. My apologies. Yeah. It's Twitch. It's ScurryFace_official. I always forget to do that. I'm not used to being on this side, Steve. I'm used to being on your side doing things. So I'm rarely on this side. So.
Well, is there a schedule for the Twitch stuff? Because I would like to check that out.
Yeah. Yes, Sunday, every Sunday. Not this coming Sunday because I'm actually going on a family vacation this week, starting this weekend. So it won't be this Sunday, but it's usually Sunday, 6:30 Central Time is when we do our Scurry Show, and then we're gaming. Random times throughout the week. But yeah, the Scurry Show is on Sunday. It's around 6:30 Central Time. And that's when you'll catch what we do, especially with the Scare Actor Spectacular, and and what we just have fun. And we have to warn people, it's definitely a rated R show. So if you don't like bad words,
Oh,
It
we're
is what it
fine.
is.
Everybody's good with bad words. I promise you.
But yeah, that's where you can find us. That's where a lot of the activity is going to be over on Twitch. But like I said, the website that has all of our past articles, all of our media videos that we've shot. That so if you can go check that out on the website and kind of see what we do with the media stuff, because I'm very big on cinematic stuff and videos, and so when I do something for a haunt, I kind of want to put a cinematic spin or style to it, because that resonates really well with our audience and what they do. They enjoy that, and that's what's getting a lot of the views on our website, is that kind of that cinematic versus that kind of documentary walkthrough, talk to everybody. They just kind of enjoy that more movie trailer kind of video that we like to do. So yeah, check those out if you have time.
All right, Tyler, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. And thank you so much for everything you do with Scurry Face, because it's really become this really awesome and cool thing. And, like everything you touched on, it's not just a place to promote, it's a place to get resources and entertainment and just, connect and have a good time with like-minded individuals. And it's important.
Yeah, and thank y'all for having me. I've had a blast doing this, and I'm looking forward to Fear Expo coming up next year. And I do want to say to everybody, all the reps, everybody, just keep doing what you're doing. And we say, I have a little saying called "We Are One," and that "We Are One" is we're all in this together. So we need to continually pick each other up and get each other's backs, and make sure that everybody around you is, doing okay. So that's what We Are One stands for.
All right, Tyler, thank you so much. And we will see you hopefully sooner than later, my friend.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. I don't want to introduce Willie again.
You want me to introduce Willie?
You're gonna have to, don't get me wrong, I love Willie to death, but he has so much energy, and I love everything he does. I really, really, really do. But I just get tired watching him.
All the energy gets drained out of you.
Stop. It is not stop. And that's the thing, is that he's kind of like that in real life.
I believe it.
The first year we went live with Fear Expo, he was helping us out with a bunch of stuff, and we couldn't get him to just sit still. But here's the thing, is he was still getting the things that he needed to get done. He just couldn't sit still to do it. Why? It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
I figure he'd be like a ping pong ball bouncing off the wall.
Yes. 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 So yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead and introduce the next segment.
Sure. All right. Next up is Willie May with his haunt tips. So let's figure out what he's going to show us this time.
Do we have a hashtag for the winner of the sledgehammer?
Well, yeah, it's hashtag Dark Creations.
Amazing.
We got to do the drawing.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Willie May with marketing tricks, treats, and trends. I'm gonna think Alright guys, I got my handy dandy trick-or-treat pail. Hey, if you guys want to donate a trick-or-treat pail to moi, just send it over. Let's find a random question. This is a free cookie to crumble. Get that out of here. What is promote on TikTok, and how can that benefit my haunt business? Let's dig in. There's 2 ways that promote on TikTok can get you discovered by the right customers. Hope. Oh my God, I can't see it. Whew, it's sweaty. Chapter number 54. Promotes new, more profile views help more people discover your business and fall in love with what you do by turning your existing videos into ads, driving more people into your profile for the rest of your videos, and help build that brand's love. Promotes new, more people views help more people discover your business and fall in love with what you do by turning your existing videos into ads, driving more people into your profile for the rest of your videos, helps build that brand love. More profile views is a good fit for coaching businesses, artists, health and wellness specialists, haunt characters, haunted attractions, and haunt vendors where product, variety, and trust are key.
And now you can target your customers by location, give you more control to run the most efficient campaigns.
Yo, if you have a haunted attraction,
axe throwing business, yeah, jelly ball, a mask company such as CFX, Motor Mask, Savage Silicone, or an escape room, let me out of here. Let me out of here. What's the code? 666, huh? 666 or 696.
Or a brick and mortar business that serves a limited area location. Targeting is the new way to give the greater control over who sees your ads. So hit the fire promote icon and see what promote can do for your haunt business. If you need more information, go ahead and slide into my DMs. Come on in, it's real warm and cozy. I'm Willie May, and this is Marketing Tricks, Treats, and Trends. See you next week.
That wasn't that bad.
It could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse. That wasn't that bad. He did good. Thank you, Willie May. Go ahead and check him out on Yep, That's Scary. Every Sunday they put out new episodes. Go show that man some love and support. And just when you're over on his channel, let him know he doesn't need that much caffeine. He's good. Maybe just one cup of coffee, maybe one Red Bull, and just leave it at that. I don't know how many. I mean,
I would think he shotguns like 4 Red Bulls a night.
Shotguns. He's probably straight IVing them right into his arm. That guy's out of control. All right, guys, we're going to be doing our drawing here shortly. So make sure you get your hashtags, hashtag Dark Creation in about 30 seconds. We're going to do the drawing for your Dark Creation sledgehammer. Giving away real props, real stuff for your haunted house. Maybe you don't even want it for your haunted house. Maybe you just want to hang it up in your house. Put it above the mantle.
Your neighbors.
Yeah, you know. And when the Uber Eats guys come to deliver your food, just answer the door with it in your underwear.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great. Put it on your coffee table. Use it as a conversation piece. People are going to love it. Hashtag Dark Creations gets you in to win. Maybe.
Oh, and by the way, Doug tried to roll me under the bus because during one of our speakers, he sent me stuff on Messenger trying to make me laugh. So
why is he doing that?
I guess
doesn't he know you're busy?
Yeah, I'm a busy person. Anyway, I made you laugh on air.
Are we doing the giveaway? What's going on? There it is. Hashtag Dark Creations. We got a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
Wanting to win this hammer. So shout out to Dark Creations. Thank you for sponsoring the show tonight and the giveaway. Hopefully this goes to a place that's not Willie May's house.
Or Doug.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, it cannot be Willie May. Roll it again.
Roll it again. He seems excited.
Congratulations, Willie May. You're going to win a sledgehammer from Dark Creations. God.
And in the next video.
Yeah, so now he's going to have to do a whole show on how awesome this hammer is and how your Expo and how Stephen Tan hooked him up. How did our names get switched?
I don't know.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think Chris is just getting finger happy over there now.
Oh man.
Anyways, we have one more segment to go. The new
Alright.
segment of this week. I don't know how many more times we're gonna like introduce new segments. Before you know it, we're gonna have like 40 segments that we're gonna have to get through. But we need to go. There it is. Go. Gotta. There it is. The haunt of the week. Chris, you have that ready? Do you have the haunt of the week ready? Maybe.
I have no clue.
Maybe. I know.
He'll cut us off.
It's not Doug. Doug's not the haunt of the week. It's
But
not
what
Willie
he
May
is.
either.
He's trying, man.
Maybe. Haunt of the week. Yeah, the haunt of the week. I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere down south.
In the south?
Yes. So, well, I guess it'd be north for you, but south for me.
I was about to say.
There it is. Warehouse
got it.
31. So if you find yourself a little bit south of Birmingham, Alabama, you'll be in Warehouse 31, neck of the woods. Last year, they won Haunt Finder's Top Haunts. They consistently rank in top 5 of best haunts in Alabama every single year. They have haunting attractions, and they also have escape rooms. So if you find yourself down in Alabama, make sure you go ahead and say hi to them. And if you're down there in October, check them out because it's definitely worth it. Okay, is there anything else? Do we got?
Not that I know of.
Is Doug gonna pop in and say something, or is Chris gonna pop in and say something, or are we
It's
done?
hard to tell.
Anybody? Anybody going once? Go.
Oh.
Maybe. There he is. What's going on, Doug?
How's it going?
It's going.
You guys had a good show.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I mean, it was good. I mean, the beginning was very informational. Then we had haunt news, which, I mean, I can tell Tan loves that because she's even laughing about it off, you know.
I was wondering if you've seen that.
And then you guys switched names, which was kind of weird. But if you guys, you know, want to do that, that's cool too. So
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know you could do that.
So no, it was a really good show. I mean, I love the haunt news in a minute. I mean, Tyler. I mean, to have Tyler on here today Scurry Face was huge at Fair Expo, and you know, Tyler does so much for the haunt industry. So it was really good to see him on here and his band of crazy Scurry Face actors and celebrities, and so no, it was great. And I like the new format. I mean, you guys and Chris have been killing it with, you know, all these new things that we're adding to Fear Expo.
To be fair, it's mostly Chris.
I just don't want to give Chris too big of a head yet. So.
Chris calls me about 8 o'clock and he says, "This is what we're doing tonight. Go get your microphone checked." And then I'm just like, okay.
Well, and it's not just here. I mean, behind the scenes, all of our vendors got to see our brand new map this week, and our new vendor organization portal, I guess you could call it. So, you know, everything about Fear Expo is going to that next level for next year. We still have Haunt Con coming up, and I mean, and then before we even get into all that, we got haunt season coming up. It's going to be huge this year. I mean, every haunter that I've talked to is excited about this year because, I mean, we're officially past COVID. We're not into an election year. This should be the perfect storm for a really good haunt season. So I'm excited. And Tan, with you, I guess your name's Tan too. Okay, well, that's different. So
That works.
so with you going to all these shows, you need to pull out that little interviewing stick that you have and walk around and interview some people, and let's throw them on the air. Say, hey,
I'm going to Spookala. I will
yes,
pull out my tiny microphone and bring it with me.
go. I mean, you did a great job at Fear Expo doing that, and it would be really cool to get some of those people on here.
Yeah.
Um, obviously get them to sign like a napkin or something saying, well, here's your consent for your likeness to be on our show. So
Definitely.
no, it was great. I loved everything about it. I think it's gaining traction. We had a lot of viewers. We're on Twitch now. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
I think
I
I did.
didn't know that. I didn't even know what Twitch was, but okay, we're on it.
Do I gotta start playing video games on Monday night so you guys can see me cuss and rage out?
Hey, I just got a PlayStation, so I will be joining.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna watch.
He's like, you'll have fun with that.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think that the way we're going is really bringing the industry together. I love the fact that one week we have vendors, then we have hunt owners, then we have we have actors, and we have Scurry Face. It's a great variety, and we just keep bringing that to the industry, and it's going to be fun to see what's coming up next. So
Well, with that being said, for all of you that are still on the live cast here, and those of you that are going to be checking it out later, if you want to be on the show, email us, hit us up on Facebook, direct message me, email Fear Expo, whatever. Say you want to be on the show. Tell me you're an actor. Tell me you're a manager, a hunt owner, a makeup artist, whatever. If you're an enthusiast, if you're part of this business, I want to talk to you. Come on the show. And I hope Tyler comes through though with that girl from Scotland, because I think that'd be really, really cool to just kind of figure out what that's like.
I think we should all go to Scotland and just do the show live from Scotland.
Are you buying?
Oh shoot, we gotta come up with funds. All right, we need sponsors for the show.
Start a GoFundMe.
Scotland, let's go.
Oh wait! Did you hear what Steve just said? A GoFundMe. How come on
Fear Expo GoFundMe?
Wait,
to go to Scotland to go interview this Scottish haunter, the one Scottish haunter in Scotland that is defying the law to be a haunter.
I love it. That's cool. Oh wait, hold on. What's this? Consider it done. I'll get Lice on the show. So there you go.
Yeah, I would love for that to have. That'd be sweet. I feel like that's gonna be. I don't know how old she is, but I feel like that's gonna be a night where we just pull out the beer and the whiskey and the scotch, and we have her on the show, and we go on like a linguistic adventure. I think that'll be a good one. That'll be fun.
Well, speaking of upcoming guests, Tan, do you know who's coming on next week?
I do know who's coming on.
Oh, well, enlighten us.
So we have Gage Current, and he is a young entrepreneur. I think he's younger than me. He might be, I think he's 13, and he runs his own, I don't know how to describe it, but he basically buys and makes things for theme parks and haunted attractions, and he runs his own haunt. And then we have Keegan Smith from Broken Side FX, who's going to be also coming on and talking.
The Young Haunters. I love it. Steve,
I'm gonna moderate that show.
We're gonna switch it around.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Tan show right there.
I'm cool with that. I know Keegan and Gage, so it's basically gonna be talking like to them normally.
Yeah, I can't. I've seen TV shows about this and stuff. Like I'm gonna chaperone.
Wait, kind of like, are you smarter than a fifth grader type? We're gonna do something like that, have contests and everything, and see if Steve
we'll go with that.
Up.
That's
oh my lord.
We'll just go with that. I'm gonna chaperone the show. So So
Oh,
next
that's-
week, Tayan's going to be your host, and
I
I'm going to
cannot
moderate.
imagine any facility or anyone wanting you to be a chaperone for anything.
After you just talked about breaking out the whiskey and scotch.
Look, I didn't say I was perfect, but like, it doesn't matter. We're not
Your
talking
shirt
about
says
me.
I got shipped faced.
Yeah, I guess it says.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Yep.
Chaperone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
and
gonna
see,
have to
that's
come
what
up-
I'm saying because this is a very PG, shirt.
Can you
This is
picture
a-
the next haunt news? Yeah, Steve from Fear Expo have just been arrested for.
Oh, just give it time. You know that. Give it time. That's gonna be eventually that's gonna be in the haunt minute, the haunt news minute, where it's gonna be like this
Your
week
mugshot.
Steve got arrested for battery and drunk in public. Like
We're gonna
We
have
should
to.
end the show here. That's a good note.
We're gonna have to do like an AI of Steve, like the different mugshots through the year. You guys want to see a picture of Steve when he was younger? I can put that up here.
all right. Enough.
All right.
I'm
Well,
a good
I mean,
boy. My mom
That's a
says
great-
I'm the most handsome man in the county, so
there you go.
anyways, Doug, you got anything?
I'm good. I'm excited about all the new things that's going to be happening. We are actually going to start hiring at Fear Brand. Yeah, I threw a new word out there, huh? And we're going to start looking for people to help us grow our different shows. So look for that real soon. We're going to start looking for people to help grow the brands.
Heard.
Tayan, what do you got?
I'll be at Spookala.
All right, so if you're down in Florida, make sure you're going to Spookala. Go say hi to Tayan.
Yeah.
Go sign her bar napkins to be on the show.
Yep. Interview.
And getting that slingshot. Next week, I want at least a picture so we can show everybody that you actually sat in the slingshot. At least sat in it.
Yes.
If not riding it.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
do it.
We need physical evidence that this happened.
All right.
All right.
We can't end the show without announcing because a lot of our vendors are up at MHC. We really want to wish them all luck. Hopefully they have amazing sales. Vendors everywhere you're at, we support you and, give us an email. We'll put you on the show and promote you as well.
I tell you what, too, the hunt tour kicked off today, and it looked like everybody's having a really good time. I know I saw a lot of pictures from Eloise and Hush. Looks like they're doing a bang-up job up there. So,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, we just did that tour last year, and then now they're coming through and doing it again. So some love to the Michigan haunts. I love that, being a Michigan haunt.
So, anyways, I got nothing besides thank you for Dark Creations for sponsoring the show tonight, but hooking us up with a sledgehammer. Congratulations, Willie. Make sure you get over there and get your hammer. I want to see that on your show, and you got to give them a shout out when you get it. This show has been and always will be sponsored by Fear Expo and HauntCon. So HauntCon February 2nd through the 4th and Fear Expo 12th through the 14th of April. If I'm not mistaken. I told you, I'm getting better with the dates.
You are. It's a good
and
thing
we will
you
have haunt tours. We will have all the fun events. We will have VIP stuff for Fear Expo. Remember, the VIP packages will be limited, so pay attention for when all that stuff goes on sale. Hotels have been released for Owensboro. So if you want to be right next to the convention center, and I mean right next to the convention center, make sure you book your hotels now because they will fill up. They filled up last year, and we are expecting a tremendous growth this year. And we're trying to prepare for that, which, hopefully we do a good job. I don't know. We'll see. we'll see when we get there.
We are at 30% already filled. I checked. So
there you go.
30% of the hotels are already sold out.
Time's a ticking. So get in there, get it done. Don't forget about HauntCon. Get down there for your haunt vacation. we're gonna have a lot of stuff. We're gonna have to start coming up with some announcements here soon for HauntCon because that's gonna happen before we know it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Where's that at?
That's in Orlando, Florida.
Who would go to Orlando in the middle of the winter?
I don't know.
I know, right?
I'll be there.
It's gonna be friggin' cold.
Am I gonna be there? Do I have
Yes,
to be
you're
there?
gonna be there, Steve. Yes.
I gotta be there.
Wait, it looks like we're bringing Kitty Kitty. Why is your name Kitty Kitty now?
Oh, because my cat. I'm sure you can hear my
Okay.
cat.
All right, this is going off the rails. I'm done. I'm tired. It's past Tan's bedtime.
It's past my cat's bedtime. I gotta go put him to bed.
All right. See you
All
guys
right.
later.
Thank you guys and have a good week.
See ya.